guys, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome back to Jew Empire's Forum. Remember, I promise to keep updating you guys on matters that relate to humanitarian, politics, relationship, motivational and inspirational talk, celebrity jigs. So guys, just relax as we roll the boat together. And please, before you go, in case you're watching me from my YouTube channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching me from my Facebook page, please don't forget to like and share. Please, your comments are so acceptable. Let's roll it. Hello guys, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Jew Empires on Mind Feathers blog. You don't tell when I be say I bring something for now, but today I make I bring something when I be say it is somehow in the thing they touch body somehow, because you know say for this our Bodo Nigeria I get many things say be say they happen. It be say some kind time if we look some kind things it's not good, make it be say we they put body for some kind things be say later we go to regret them. My dear, this my message. So now 3-in-1 message. One of the first message when I get for you now about one woman he be say God can't give them children. He be say the woman self she know understand the children, and that's what they talk. So they come like say these children come like say people go they insult the children up and down. They call these children chimpanzee. They call them monkey. They call the children monkey. They call the children gorilla. They call the children vampire. My dear, this woman don't cry out. Come they talk and say wetin her children they experience for this life say no ever expecting, and so God go do the thing. Because as they talk so this woman so she get two of this type of child. They say God give am so now two. Now God can go give am. When she first born the first one, she don't know wetin they happen to the first one. She can't still born another one again. The same thing can happen to this pikin. Now this woman can they talking like this say these children say they never they take them for school, they never they give them admission. Say if she carry them go school, so I say they go reject them, they go tell her say admission don't they true, or maybe like they go just give them story say mother will call you back. Even when one school come even manage collect these children, my dear, the children cry come house. So come they talk and say even the teacher for their school come they call them vampire. Say the teacher for school bring them come out, they tell them say they be vampires like this. Now the children they come like say they regret why God creates them, but the mother come they bless say she they cry, she come they talk and say the way they see they come they do her children, come like say the children not get human rights, come like say human rights the children not get, come like say the children they're not supposed to exist. But she got to talk and say she don't know as life go be. Say if she don't die she don't even know how they go take care of her children because of this kind children when God give them. But she got to talk and say she no go feel regret and say God given these children. My brothers and my sisters, I not fit narrate the whole story. When you look the woman, you yourself you gonna say yes. It's not really easy, but my dear, it good then say anyone way God give you, make you use your hand, embrace her. Cause some people they find this kind of one self, they say they go even with their property give, they not even see. My brothers and my sisters, I not fit talk too much. Make only you still look the video, make you hear what the woman they talk. And then tip say you know so you go drop for the comment section. I bet make you drop her for the comment section. At least when this woman they see your comment, see the one until they encourage her, she go see no say yes, there is hope. Everything you know go just end like for bad news. My dear, na so you come be na still na real girl Jew Empires. Now she be this so she still there for mind feather. The other news when I get for you be say my brothers and sisters, if you hear what this girl tell you, this girl the second news when I get for this place. Now about one auntie or one baby be say this babe if you see him, you gonna say life na better thing and God self come do something for her. This girl so always do this for you so my dear kidnappers hold this girl oh what you call say this girl na small breast. You go surprise na small breast na say this girl. My dear, me go talk the story. See the way she has small breasts from kidnappers hand. Only you go hear the video, make you hear what she talk with her whole mouth. Like this now, so this girl kidnappers hold her. When they hold her, as they press her breast, because they know this kind of breast and they want. Say this her breast is too small, so they don't go use this breast to do better thing. And then, according to the story, say she go jump, they don't push her from the window of the motor. And so she come to enjoy. Even if they push her come out, they come like say this babe, but nobody know what they drag. My dear, now they use knife scatter almost her head for her. So it come be my brothers and sisters like this now. We say the complain so can't who ladies so the complain say what God give us say too small or too like this now small breast. I say this girl kidnappers have like this now so that's why it come be. I still dey talk on a real girl. My next news here na about Ijesha like this because one thing about life you see one thing is that for life be say, as I tell people say, see one thing, this
get
a minute of waste,
effect
then
to
be
you as
say,
you human being,
you
when
can't
nobody
lead us
say
for
this kind
face,
of
this
thing
what
happen
they
to
regret.
you.
I'm like this, now if you see
Why
Baba
be say
Ijesha,
no
you
be
know say
one
yes,
or
it's not
two?
really easy for him. You see
I
so
don't
because
to
I dey
cope.
see and say when this Baba
I
Ijesha
think
matter
na
come
one
up,
of
me
the
I not really too
hardest
good body,
things.
but I think I
As
even
far
drop
as say
body
be like
plenty
sickle
small
cell anemia,
because
no
when I
get
see Baba
cure.
Ijesha like this for this place,
He
the thing
pass
really
any kind
dey
of
pain me
sickness because
somehow
he
because
get
all the
all
noise
the
wey be say they come dey
different kind
make,
of hand
they
of
come dey
sickness
make
for inside
noise.
one
I
place.
sure say na
It
those
be
noise
like
na even dey make this
autism, it be
matter dey
like sickle
escalate like
cell, it
this
be
now.
like
So
Down
because they
syndrome.
tell them say
You just carry everything.
the
You need
other
to
woman
work
be say
extra hard.
they carry the matter for it, they even they insult them, they talk. The more they even they insult, the more the
I've
matter
been
they
living
go up.
with
Because
this
like this now,
drama
Baba
disclosure
Ijesha,
for
you know
11
even dey for
years
house,
now.
they go
Before,
this
I used
court.
to feel
Now
so
inside prison,
ashamed.
they bring they come outside, they
Sometimes
go
I feel
court.
ashamed
Some
when
people they
I'm
talk
going
say,
out
if
or when I'm
Iyabo
talking to
send Baba
people.
Ijesha go
Because people
court,
always say, hey,
finally
don't talk to
send
that
am go
guy
jail,
because you
whether
look
she
like
go happy,
monkey
make she
or
dance put.
other,
Like this now, the kind of
all
life we say Baba Ijesha they
abusive
live now. So
word.
don't be
I
almost the same
started
thing
crying.
with
Me
jail.
and my
Any
brother, we
difference
felt
dey inside. My
ashamed.
brothers and sisters,
Sometimes we
I don't
never
get too
wish
much
to
when I
come
want to talk.
outside
Make
because
una
of
yeah,
anytime we
wetin e
feel
be say
to play with
this
our
man
friends
if
or
say dey
friends
here
away,
so dey talk for the
stay
matter
gap,
as Baba Ijesha don
always
go
stay
court finish
far
today
away
own.
from us.
My dear,
Until
I
my
just dey
parents
feel
say
for
that
am. I dey really dey pity
in
for
this
am o.
world,
But
nobody is
sometimes
finer
sha,
than anyone.
when he come out for this
In
matter, he
anything
go
they
hold.
say outside,
That means say dey under
we
him
should
trouser, he go
embrace,
hold
we
am
should
very
not
strong.
think
Because even
about
though say na
it
trap they
as
set
a
for am,
abuse. We should
at least
think as
okay, no,
it
if him
as it
mind
is
not dey there before,
glory.
if for not fall
I
for
do know
that
my
trap.
brother have
But as
been
they say the
able
trap
to
for am,
follow the
himself won't
instruction.
fall put.
I've been
My
seeing
brothers and my
some
sisters, I don't
improvements.
get too much when I want to. Make una lis ten to the video. Then make una drop the comment if you say e dey for na mind for the video.
I
Na
think
so e just
when
be.
it first
And I beg
starts,
before you
I
dey
did
waka
for
dey comot, I
denial.
mean you no forget to remember
I
say na your real
go
girl be this. Na
pretend
Jew
like say
empires,
nothing like that they
mind feather
happen.
na she be this one. Make
I
you
know they
just
let
try
people
make you
come visit
clip,
me, make them
just
come
use
see
your
my
hand, make you
children, make
touch
them use
that
and laugh
subscribe,
me.
make you listen like that
So I
you come
did
dey
for
touch am. Make you also
denial for
share.
more than
You understand
10
me so?
years.
That's all right. Make I come
Until
drop this
one
news
day,
on for here.
as
Na
I
so
wan
e just
register
be.
am
Na
for
the
school, I
updates
come
na I get
realize
for una
say
be
no
that.
school gree collect
We will
am for
meet
my
una
hand.
again.
Okay, they
We'll
go
meet
use
together
style tell
again
you
for
say
my
madam
next
we go
video.
call
Now
you
may God
back, we no
bless
go
you.
call
As
you
na the
back.
watch, as na the comment, as na the share.
I come
May
dey
God
shame.
continue to bless una
I come
more and
most
more
times
for
I
me.
carry am
For
go
in
school, I go
Jesus'
wrap
name,
am. Make people
amen.
no know say e dey
Make you
sick.
enjoy the video.
Until when you begin say I want water, I want water. As you comot am, people say no, I no want this kind pikin, make no come cover me for this school. But this one way touch me, way make me realize say I get problem. Now when two of them come back from school one day, come tell me say till then teacher call them vampire for class. So the teacher just carry my first son come out, come tell all the other children say e no look like human being, no sassy be. And from that time I come begin ask myself, if I die today, I go leave these children for this wicked world where people no understand wetin dey do them. Meanwhile, me I dey help people dey talk about their own. Who go talk my own? I come realize other mothers, even from other African countries, come my inbox, they ask me how they cope. So I come realize say this thing not supposed to put me down, supposed to help me help somebody. So I come begin start advocacy group with those other mothers who get children like that.
I knew in my own heart that no matter how people insult me or hurt me, I know I'm still human being that God created me. They don't have the right to tell me this one is this how I am, because God created me for a special reason.
Thank you to the media. We thank you for standing by the rule of law. Thank you for doing this for democracy. My opinion has always been that justice can never be served if there is no fair hearing. Fair hearing is crucial to justice. And of course, there is nowhere you abuse somebody's rights, you deny fair hearing, and you want to now met out justice. It will be injustice at the end of the day. And there are so many things that I want the media and the entire world to put into consideration. My standpoint has always been that, number one, everybody deserves to be heard, and the rule of law is not for just victims. The rule of law is for victim, is for the suspect, is for the judge, is for the police, is for the public. Those are the angles that rule of law is. And it's so appalling and it's so scary that the Nigerian society, particularly young generation that we have now, majority assume that whenever anybody is accused of any crime, you are already condemned. And the fact that irrespective of the evidences, that you don't deserve to be heard. Look at it now. This is a country that in 2021, an individual has been accused of a crime. It is over 2 months we have not heard from him. He's been in detention. In a situation whereby you look at it, what will happen if eventually he is now innocent? Who will pay for the damages? Is it the kind of police that we have that we hardly say sorry? Even if the court says go and say sorry, do this, would they do it? Are we grown up enough? And then you now consider the fact that will you allow that to be done to your father, to your son, to your brother? I am not in support of what he's been accused of. And that is another bone of contention. A lot of people, particularly those you assume are intelligent, are educated, they actually do not understand that there is no way we can achieve peace without protection of human rights. Evil people, before they commit evil against the other person, if they don't put human rights into consideration, they will have their field day. And that is why you see that when we travel abroad, we enjoy peace, we go on our way. There are so many races that doesn't like us, that doesn't like me if I travel abroad. And they could easily accuse me of any crime. But they know basically that the law of their country will not favor them because they are citizens and I'm an outsider. Whatever they do against me, they get punished. And they will still allow me fair hearing. But in my own country, I will be treated like an animal. And so everybody is quiet. Even when he was accused, the police actually they are allowed to do the investigation. I was also patient with the police. Like, go ahead and do your investigation. I want to know. I went to meet this man. I said, did you commit this crime? He said, okay, fine. Since I cannot see what is being taken as evidence against you, I will allow to see. I am interested in protection of that young girl. Every minor must be protected. No child should be abused. And of course, we also understand that it is a domestic issue. It must be established genuinely. And the only place it can be established is the court of law. But in Nigerian society, the way we are all raised, we are not raised with human rights. We are not raised with duty of care. Our parents will shut us up at home when we want to express ourselves. How then do you want to get justice in the society? How then do you expect those children to grow up, work in bank, work in court, work in police, and will even protect human rights? We are the problem we all created by ourselves, not the leaders. The leaders we have are not being imported for us. They grew up, our parents raised them. So we need to understand that is my standpoint. Look at the several things, the entire justice system. The police, they pick this man up. He has been accused of sexual assault. What about the use of a child? What about the use of a child as a bait? You ask a child to submit a body to be raped again, to be abused, to be molested. Those adults, they are walking freely. If you are using the Child Act protection law, what about the innocence of that child? The child rely on an adult for food. for shelter. And that is why you can abuse our rights and coerce her and say, submit your body, I want to prove. If you trust and believe the girl in the first place, why the setup? Now, at the end of the day, there are series of lacuna. The media are not talking about it. There is evidence of torture. Nobody is talking about that. It is part of human rights. If we went out of our way, I have never been harassed by the police. I have never been detained before, but I have seen several people complain about police brutality. I came out. I sacrificed. I slept in front of House of Assembly for 6 days. I did 2 days in Lekki. I was only unfortunate not to be there the day there was gunshot. Now the bottom line is, was I a victim? But I share in the pain of other people. That is human right. That is dignity. That is humanity. The media are not talking about that. How can you do that with a teenager? And so many things that I want to see. I want to see the process of a court. I want to see how another human being who actually wrote an application to get employment will now use the law wrongfully. I want to see this whole process. I'm a citizen. I'm an adult. I'm a member of the voting public. I am not saying if the man is guilty, he shouldn't be punished. Okay. That is my point.